Welcome back to the Edge Outdoors. What are we up to today? Find out next. Welcome back to the Edge Outdoors on this fine February 11th Sunday afternoon. It's just one of those crisp days. It's in the mid-30s. It feels good out here with a base layer Nomad and a Nomad sweatshirt. I can work and get things done. You saw on the profile pic here, the thumbnail, what the heck are we possibly doing with a lawn spreader, a seed spreader, and a bag of Biologic Clover Plus? Well, you guessed it, we are frost seeding today. I know it's only February 11th in Iowa, but there is no snow left. The ground is about as barren as it's going to get, and we can really utilize that freeze thaw seed to soil contact that we really need, and then we won't have to do a thing with these Biologic Clover Plus plots until it's time to mow, probably say come maybe mid-June, maybe even a little earlier than that, depending on how wet the spring is. But so today, ahead of that frost seeding, I'm not just going to put the seed down. I figured, what the heck, I'm going to go ahead and put some lime down as well. Let that freeze thaw. If we get a couple snows on it and it melts, that helps sink everything into the ground. It's going to have good soil contact. The soil will be ready, and we'll be ready when we get those first really warm days in the spring. New shoots coming up should help the turkey hunting. The green will come up right away. We already have a good base of Clover Plus here, but the deer have really done a number on it this winter. They've really utilized it, so I want to overseed it just to make sure we have good new fresh growth coming up this spring. So follow along today. I'm going to go ahead and grab the camera here. You can see I'm still leaving the Ranger running. We haven't started shed hunting yet. Everything's pretty much on to their racks yet. I'm impatiently waiting until that all happens and we get some antlers on the ground, and then we'll really start plunging into the bedding areas and stuff. But right now I'm only going where the food is, and I'll still leave that running just so they're still associating that with a new food dump, because I'm also still doing the supplemental feeding even though it's been warm. But with all that being said, so I picked up some granular lime, and because it's off season right now, I went to Blaine's, got some granular yard lime, and it's got some clumpy wet chunks in it, but we're gonna make it work. I already frost seeded the south plot and put lime down, and that bag was dry as a bone, so hopefully my third bag will be just fine. But I did one on the south end of the farm. I'm doing the main clover plot right now, and then I'll get the one to the west along the west thicket next. But I was going to kind of show you, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put a little bit of lime down, and then I will show you the seeding process, and we will roll right along. If I can get the camera adjusted here. Hang tight with me. All right, we're gonna get some granular down. As you can see, you don't need fancy equipment to get these food plots done. We actually have rather large food plots down here, and once we get the soil worked up, if you stay up on it and don't let that weed growth get started, you'll be in good shape with just small yard tools. I mow all this with my riding lawnmower that I mow my yard with. So when it's time to get them plots knocked down, which last year it was so dry I never once mowed it, and I'm so thankful that I never did, because it probably would have burned it off. So but that biologic stays good and healthy, especially down here in the river bottom, and we had plenty of food for them. So that being said, I'm going to start making a swath. All right, so I got the lime down on this second plot. Now the next step frost seeding is very simple, so we don't have to work the ground up or nothing. Like I said, Biologic Clover Plus, New Zealand blend. The plus stands for chicory, and the turkeys love that chicory a lot. It's one of their favorites. The deer also love it too, and I needed to freshen up the chicory. Most of what was left in here at the end of the season was the clover. Still got utilized very, very good, but I love having that chicory in there as well. This should freshen that up, and we're gonna go ahead, simple as, so I've got Mossy Oak Biologics cedar broadcast spreader that you can get on their website. And one tip on this is very, very, very fine seed. Let me get the bag open here, and I'm going to show you. Set the knife down. It's very, very fine seed, almost like pepper, maybe a little bit bigger than pepper. But being said, with that being so fine, you want to set your Biologic broadcast spreader at its lowest setting to start with. You just want to feel and maybe kind of see that seed just tickling the whatever's left in here for debris, and that way you know it's being spread on. And you want to start low, because if you if you get it set too high and it all comes out right away, you're not going to finish your plot. So and you're going to get it down too heavy, and that's not good either. So we're going to go ahead, simply into the bag. Set the bag down. Simple as, and this one's been used and abused. I've had this one for quite a few years. It's planted, it's broadcast a lot of seeds. So we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, this second plot is done now. Bag's empty of our Biologic Clover Plus. So we got one more to go. We're just going to repeat the same process. If you're in the upper Midwest and you're enjoying these warmer temps that we've had, the reason I'm doing this today is, you know, I get pressed for time. I got a lot of irons in the fire, and since I had a day like this and there's no snow on the ground, why not? Now it leaves me time to take care of some of the habitat work when I get a chance, and then when we do get full throttle shed hunting here, I can worry about just shed hunting and not the laundry list of things I need to get done down here. This checks off a couple of those boxes for the spring. So that being said, get out there, do your frost seeding. We got ours almost complete. I'll still have to work on a couple of cover crop ideas for where we put the Biologic endurance radish, final forage, turnips, radishes, that kind of deal. So get a cover crop on that yet this spring, and then we won't have to really worry about plots until August. So anyway, thanks for watching another episode of The Edge Outdoors. If you'd be so kind, hit that subscribe button, tell all your friends and family, check it out. You know, we love bringing them. Get going in the comments. Let's talk about frost seeding. Let's talk about lime. Let's talk all things food plots. So that being said, until next time, get outdoors.